Hey everybody, how's it going? Probably posting this to my Talking About Life today, but anyway, what has provoked me to make this podcast today is the fact that I'm really getting sick and tired of all the Trump worship. Now, Alex Jones has said before, it's my show, I can do what I want, and that's true, and I respect that. And I respect the fact that a person would aspire, even in this suppressed climate of capitalism, if you could even still call it that, that you should be free and feel happy and say all kinds of whatever you want, But that's not always the best thing, you know what I mean? It's not always the best thing for... once you're in this position doesn't mean that this comes with no strings attached, you can't just sit up there and just say anything. And then if you do, you got to be ready for people to just seriously correct you all the time. And hopefully you will be observant of that and be something that can help society. But, what the words that come out of your mouth can be the most detrimental thing, and I'm just telling you some of this crap he's spewing about Donald Trump. First of all, just hear me out. It's constantly this thing about, I'm not going to just say I don't like Donald Trump because I'm not just going to, and when you have 20 million people listening to you every single day of the week, by your own measure, or throughout the week or whatever, 4 million people a day, whatever, however you figure it, it's seriously dangerous, man. Trump is winning right now. And as soon as he hit the stage, Alex Jones started worshiping him. He was worshiping Ted Cruz forever until he did this thing with TBP. Here's the thing about Alex Jones. He cannot be trusted. Okay? Let me just be clear with you. Alex Jones cannot be trusted. He shouldn't be trusted. He should be looked at. He should be regarded with the most speculation of anyone out there. And, that should be a blow to the guy and to his, little ego. Because here's the thing. Alex, give yourself something to be proud of at the end of the day, man. Not being a leech. You know what I mean? Seriously, it's hard in this world. It's hard to have any merit, and not many people aren't going to do it, not even many at all. I have a feeling at the end of this lifetime, I'll probably look around and I'll be the only person who I could even say. It almost feels like that. But, I'm not saying that. It just really, that's how you start to feel. Especially when you look at the media in general. You especially feel like that you're alone in the world, because they're all sold out. And I'll tell you, around election season, you can even feel worse. Because, I seriously drive up and down the highway, and I see Romney and Obama bumper stickers everywhere, And it's because you're a bunch of sold out, whacked out losers, by and large. And it feels good to sell humanity down the toilet. And that's generally the topic of discussion, but today I really want to talk about something else, and that's really about Alex Jones and this whole fetish with Donald Trump. Seriously, if you sit there and say, Donald Trump's got a lot of problems. He did say he wanted to execute Snowden, but I'm not going to say that he doesn't have a lot of good things to say. And you just say that and just obsess on that all day. It's like, the people are going to get it. Yeah, oh yeah, okay. It's like a little goodie, It's like that movie with Tom Cruise, that scene with the goodie room. I don't know if you've even seen this, but just look up the goodie room with Tom Cruise. And it's just like, that's how it is. Like, oh man, are you going to come to the goodie room? And you got this balding, bloated idiot dancing around in front of you to some, rap music from, Section 8. And, this is just... That's like the goodiness of it. Ooh, such a little goodie. Ew, I got to feel like I sold out and copped out for, something less, but it was okay. Well, let me tell you a little something. You know in your heart that it isn't okay. And for some reason, that's why it's your little goodie. You're sick, first of all, and a lot of y'all are way worse than that. I mean, these people, like, you can explain to them, you can show them all the statistics, but it's never enough because they've got their identity involved in either I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat. Like, being human isn't good enough. You got to have a label. And it just gets sicker and more twisted from there, And so that's the primary objective of every single media person you hear, including Alex Jones. You turn on Alex Jones, what is he saying? Blah, 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 abortion, 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 Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, And, these people are totally hawkish. I mean, by Ron Paul's own measure, when he came on the show, well, what do you think about Ted Cruz? Well, he's hawkish, Well, you know what? I agree with that. Well, you don't agree enough to just shut the fuck up and quit pushing him every fucking 5 minutes. Not an exaggeration. And, that's just the beginning of my problems with Alex Jones. I mean, this whole world is just so just detrimental unto itself. And, most of these people are too ignorant to even know the difference. You know what I mean? And, it's just a struggle to even go into the details, It just really is. And I can't even go into, even on my own podcast, you're sitting here, probably I'll get, 20 people listen to this, but I might even buy a couple thousand views for this thing. I still can't even sit here and none of you people know who I am, whatever. Except for the little creep hackers out there. I hope I find every one of you and blow your brains out. But either way, besides y'all, and I still can't sit here and go into every single detail. It's just really ridiculous. And I just need therapy. I mean, isn't that sick that the whole political scene has just driven me into an actual therapist's office? I mean, that would be really bad. But you know what? It's not. Because I'm living in a country that's got more people locked up than China, okay? And, banks run the economy. And then they're telling you, oh yeah, it's really good. Go after that rich guy. He's making $150,000 a year. Probably runs the hamburger stand, owns a hamburger stand or something that sells really delicious hamburgers. Might even look like a hole-in-the-wall restaurant. But he's making $150,000 a year, guys. Better go after him. And and it's just like, okay, why don't you have him making as much money as the guys who's working for him, just so you can say it's quote-unquote fair. And then what? And then he has no incentive to make any more money because every single dollar he makes more, he automatically owes to the government because he's supposedly quote-unquote rich. And then at the end of the day, as a result of that, then he has no incentive. So then what happens is the hamburgers taste like shit, and you're probably all going to get food poisoning for one. And that's just the very beginning of it, But don't ask Peter Joseph to, try to go into details about that shit because he's too busy telling us about how we're all going to go live in a fucking dome. And so's Jesse fucking Godsend fucking Ventura, the dumbass motherfucking piece of shit WWF star who's literally probably got hit over his head so many fucking time with chairs that he can't even think straight. I'm sorry for getting so pissed off, but I mean literally this dude is an idiot. I mean, he's got a lot of great points. Sure. You know what one of his really fucked up points is? Oh, Bernie Sanders or or this whole wealth redistribution shit, I mean, it's just a fucking total nightmare, man. And okay, we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, I get it. There's a lot of people enslaved in America right now. But you know what? It's still, at the end of the day, it's just indicative of the whole fucking problem. When you're talking about you can't even have a simple economy, on top of already all these enslaved people. I mean, just give us a little break or something, And it's like, no, they're going to mop up the whole damn world. And it's a nightmare, okay? So, God. And it's not that anybody's going to mop up anything. That's another little point. I want to raise out all this. Nobody's going to win, okay? Even the quote-unquote people at the top, there is no top. Because at this point, technology has, I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more because it might just mean a little something. Anyways, technology has evolved 200,000 times over in the last 20 years. And they have a hell of a lot more to fucking lose than their little fucking, shiny tin hat or whatever fucking, medal that they choose of the week. I'm just sorry. I don't care if it's what, okay? You can all cower to it and bow to it and love it and all that else. But at the end of the day, you've got your master that you, I guess, for the sake of having like a sycophantic endeavor, just forfeit all that technology and all that like unlimited probably life extension technology and just unlocking the keys to the brain. I mean, you just don't even care. It just doesn't matter to you at all. Nothing could matter more, okay, than having your fucking life stripped away from you so you can worship somebody. And I'm sorry, but you just love it, and so just fucking have it. For all you people out there that really are that, and you know in your heart that you are, but you'll never admit it, you know what? I want it for you more than you want it for yourself. That's the truth at the end of the day. I want it way more for you than you want it for yourself. Every little thing that comes along with it, I want it for you. I seriously need it, okay? And so just have it. But at the end of the day, as long as I have to fucking go along with it, I'm going to fucking fight you every step of the way. But just don't know that it is not about a human, a humanity thing here where I'm like all for the human species. I want to live at this point. And generally everything I say could come across that way. I mean, let's get people out. Let's not have the whole fucking country locked up. Let's not pay for it. Let's not, subsidize failure within the banking system. Let's not let banks run the economy. Let's not forfeit all this technology. Let's not, and just go down the list and think that I'm just all about humanity. But you know what? I'm not, And at the end of the day, I think you're all a bunch of fucking idiots. And that's all I fucking have to say to you. Do you understand? I don't give a shit about what you think I'm up to or nothing. You're a dumbass. You're a detriment unto yourself. You're a poison to yourself. You're an idiot. You're a nuisance to yourself. You're a problem to yourself. You're a hindrance to yourself. You're an obstruction to yourself. You're a problem to yourself. You're an idiot. You're a dumbass. You're a problem. Okay? That's what you are, is you're a problem. You're a problem for the world. You're a problem for me. You're a problem for yourself. You're a dumbass. You're an idiot. Most likely, if you're listening to this right now, you're stupid. Okay? And you're a problem. Okay? So shut the fuck up with all your I'm a fucking holier than thou, on a holier than thou mission or some shit. Just fucking suck it up and love every fucking second of what you're going to get. Because I want this shit for you way more than you want it for yourself, you stupid, worthless piece of fucking shit.